Hey, Sisterhood. Welcome back to another episode of Sisters. As always, we've missed you. On today's episode of Sisters, we'll be dealing with boss babes. Stay tuned. And we are back. As I stated, we'll be focusing on boss babes. But before we get into that, we must give a shout out to our sponsors. We would love to thank Hot and Spicy, an amazing restaurant in Amelia's Ward, Linden. You can go get your breakfast, your lunch, your dinners. It's good. We also love to give a shout out to Glam D. To get all your basic loungewear needs, visit them at www.glamd.com. Not forgetting the Shimmy Shana brand. If you need custom-made attire for your pets, whether it be a dog, cat, or a horse, feel free to visit www.shimmyshaunabrand.com. Also, we want to give one more shout out to J&E Ice Cream Shop located in Linden, Guyana. And not forgetting Info 10. Today we have the pleasure of sitting with a boss babe. She's an entrepreneur, she's the CEO and founder of Info 10. And she's a mom, she's a wife. We would love to welcome Mistress Vanessa Bratwick Moore. Hi ladies, how are you?
Hi, Shimi. Shimi, just a quick correction. It is sweet and spicy, and the name says it all. Of course, everything that they have to offer is sweet and spicy. So, big shout outs to our sponsor, Sweet and Spicy Cafe in Amelia's Ward. So, Vanessa, it's good to have you on the show. You're looking so like a real boss babe. So tell us a little, who is Vanessa behind Infotech?
Well, Vanessa, as Shimi mentioned, is a mother. I have three boys, and I think that is one of my greatest achievements. I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of Info10 Media and Document Center. I founded this company in 2020, but it was the materialization of a dream I had for many years. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and so I'm living that dream right now.
Lovely, you're that fortunate one because a lot of us we dream big, but
Yeah.
so was journalism always your interest though? 'Cause
No. Though I studied communication at UG,
Yeah, I remember.
I had an interest in public relations rather than journalism because my good friend here, Swetlana, and I, we were roommates, and I saw how taxing it was for her and demanding for her as a journalist. She worked long hours,
Yeah.
and I didn't want that for myself.
Right.
However, when I finished graduation, because I had my first child while I was going to UG, I had to move back to Linden, and we know that job opportunity in Linden is very scarce.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to take what was provided at the moment. I was recommended for a position at Guyana Chronicle. So that is where I started as a reporter too. And I worked my way up to a senior journalist before retiring. And sorry, before resigning. Not that
Don't worry,
old.
we feel I feel like I should retire right now.
Yes, before resigning and starting my own company. But I love it. I have no regrets joining journalism. I love it a whole lot.
Right.
Okay, so Vanessa, you said that in 2020, that's when you started up Info 10. So what caused you to, do both journalism and business? When did it really, how did it collide?
Well, during we had the whole election in pass, and it was COVID-19, and I was also on maternity leave. And so I used that time to do some introspection and to think about me really trying to achieve this dream of becoming an entrepreneur because I wanted to do that since I was a child. My first business was selling drinks. My father used to purchase these case drinks. I don't know if you guys can remember the
Yeah.
bottle drinks from banks.
Right.
And I would sell it in my neighborhood, right? So that is where the idea was birthed of becoming this boss babe that I am today. So I used the skill that I had, the career that I was in, and merged it with my dream to become an entrepreneur. And that is also I thought that we had a need for online media platform in Linden. And so I wanted to, venture into that need.
Right.
Was it a difficult journey though? Has it been a difficult journey?
It was, and it still is a journey. I haven't arrived as yet. It's still a really tough journey because I started basically with nothing, only support from my family and my friends. And so I'm learning every day. I still have not gotten it correctly, but it's a journey that I will not stop. I will continue, though they have stumbling blocks, and I'm enjoying it.
And it definitely is booming because we can see it's expanding day after day after
Yes,
day.
it
And
is.
Londoners some of them are quite welcoming of the idea of, having the online platform and
Correct.
so on.
Yeah, because there is a need for that now, with the whole era of multimedia.
Right.
So persons are gravitating now to wanting their news on the go.
Yeah.
And so I wanted, and it's actually the first online community-based platform news. We don't have
Great,
that. We
great.
have national online platforms, and we
Yeah.
don't have one venturing into providing the need for a particular community.
Right.
So I'm very proud of that.
But so we're going to go to Shami.
Shami?
I know she have a question, but I just want to point out that Vanessa is actually the Young Journalist of the Year. I
Yes.
can't recall if it was 2018 or 2019, and she also copped several powerful
Yeah. I think it
WHO
was 2018.
awards, right?
Yeah.
Shami,
Boss babe.
Vanessa, I am so proud of you because here at Sisters, we love a boss and we love even more a boss babe. But can you tell us, what are some of the risks you had to take in order to start your business? Was it
Well,
risky at all?
yeah, definitely. For starters, and I think this was the main risk. You know, moving from a stable income to one that is not so stable, starting a business with no financing at all. So while I was full time at Chronicle, I also freelanced at various agencies. So I had several streams of income, but I had to give all of that up to start my company, not knowing, how it's going to be for the first few months.
Right.
And so that was one of the major risks, knowing that I have three small kids as well to provide for.
It's interesting. I love that you mentioned several streams of income. I mean, that is so important. If you guys take away anything from today's episode, remember Mistress Moore said several streams of income. But with that being said, Vanessa, since you started your company in 2020, I'm assuming you would have already been married. Did that affect your marriage in any way? Because a lot of women, they want to do stuff like this, but they're afraid.
Yes, definitely. I wouldn't say it affected my marriage negatively. I have a supportive husband, um, and I also have a supportive family. So it didn't really affect it. Being at Chronicle, I would say that had a negative impact because I had to travel a lot and it was, spontaneous. You had to go all over the country, even out of the country. So I wasn't so stable. And I always had to be away from the family, be away from the kids. So being here with the company right in Linden, I'm a little more stable. So that was a plus.
All right. So, Vanessa, tell me, how do you strike a balance between work and your personal life?
That's really challenging because, when you're working, when you're formally employed, they say you work a 9 to 5. But when you have a business, it's a 24 hours
Right.
all around the clock,
Right.
especially a business like mine
That's now starting up.
that is now starting up and it's a news agency because we don't know when something breaking news will happen, when you have to get up and you have to go on the road. You have clients to tend to because the business is not only media, we also offer several specialized document services. So I have that aspect as well to deal with. So it's really challenging when it comes to that. Yeah.
Understand. So, besides the specialized documents that you offer, what other services your business offer?
Well, we offer business consultancy for persons who want to start up their business or even expand and they need technical support or advice for funding as well as public relations consultancy.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
and so you spoke about consultancy and business. you also in 20, I think it's 2021, held a business conference for persons who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Is it going to happen this year?
Yes, definitely will be happening in October again.
And what has been the response been like from Lindeners and people of far afield? How persons have been gravitating to Info 10 and the services that you provide?
Well, every day I wake up and I check our platforms and I see our following is growing. I see the viewership on our website is increasing as well. It's a form of motivation for me when you go into the fields and persons, they're always talking about Info 10 as their first source for news. So we want to, I mean, it's a work in progress. I'm not where I would want the company to be because we do have limitations. But it's a real motivation to see that we're meeting that demand.
Right.
And we not only focus on formal news, or as we would say in journalism, hard news.
Yeah.
We look to bring out that human element as well. We look to promote small businesses, young entrepreneurs, community features. So it's a wide scope.
And where do you see yourself um, in the future? And the business, of course.
Well, I have a timeline of goals that I would like to achieve. I would like to establish my own studio, expand our services. We actually started a newspaper. I had to put a hold on that. I would like to see that coming back into play. So I still see myself, as the CEO of Info 10, but it being a major news company.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
to you, Shabisa.
That is amazing. I'm just beaming with pride. Could you tell the people if they want to get in touch with Info 10 to share their story or if they want to be a part of your conferences, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, we have an open door policy. Our office is located at the Lynn Building. That's on Republic Avenue, Mackenzie. You can visit us Monday to Friday between the hours of 9 to 5. Our Facebook page, you can follow us there. You can DM us on Facebook. You can DM us on our website as well. And our office number is 689-2523. So you can hit us up on WhatsApp as well.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. That was amazing. We do want to thank all of you for tuning in to this episode of Boss Babe with Mistress Vanessa Bratwit. And we do hope that this is an encouragement to all of you and that you don't try to achieve your goal like Dr. Pose did. Do it the right way, do it the way that Vanessa did, and that we're all striving to do. We love you for watching. Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.